Homestead Grandma here. Got Goldie again. She is fixing to have another bath, and her last monostat suppository, which goes in her vent, which, as we discussed yesterday, is where the eggs and the poop come out. There is still her liquidy discharge that we don't like. The poop should be in little round bowls with some white and a dark color, but it's not. So one more day on the monostat, and hopefully she'll be better tomorrow. If you do not have some old towels and you're thinking about getting chickens, buy some new towels so that your current towels become old towels, because you're going to need them. They have to be washed and sanitized. The sink has to be sanitized. My hands have to be sanitized. Then I put the chicken in the sink. And when she comes out, the sink has to be sanitized. She gets a new towel. It's been sanitized, and we go on from there. This is Homestead Grandma. I'm out at the cement pond, which is actually a water trough that was already here when we bought this place. If you look on that stick right there, there's a big old leopard frog sitting there. Don't see any of my fish. I need to do something different as far as a filter, but that'll have to come with time. I've got one filter in there and an aerator, but at least the frog is pretty happy. So almost a month ago, I had a parasite treatment block out for 3 days, and I put it out because midnight and new moon were really bony, and I'm checking them now to see how much it helped. There's midnight. Her ribs are not showing like they were, and they are still grazing. They've got a protein lick, and I give them cubes in the evening just so I get a extra chance to look them over closer. And there's New Moon. Got some grass hanging out of his mouth. He's looking pretty good too. He's not near as bony as he was. So I'm thinking that the parasite lick helped. And there is Found. She wants to be the star of the show. One head scratches found? No? Okay. There's Pumpkin again. And here's my favorite, Cookie. She's a good girl. Got a few flies on her nose. I'll have to get some more fly powder. You want head scratches? No head scratches for you either? Okay. Let's go see if we've got any appearance of our little armadillo. He was out here a little later than this yesterday, so he may not be out yet. But he sure was busy last night. He has dug holes everywhere. Got some fire ant mounds. That's Grace. Over here. Sure would love for him to dig them up, but either he hasn't found them or he's not ready to dig them up. And this spot over here, I have some, looks like a deer came through since the rain on Friday. I hadn't noticed that before. And now you can see the hoof prints from the cattle this afternoon. There's one over there. There it is. But anyway, this is my 04 tractor. It's a Ford 2000. And that's what I was mowing with earlier and checking out the range conditions. Got a lot of various grasses. Everything here is pretty much a natural turf or natural range. Our primary grass, all that pink stuff you could see out there, that is blue stem. Once it dries off at the end of summer, it turns that pinkish color. It is so tall that when lost and found are standing out there, all you can see is the tops of their ears. They have not grazed the back portion out past those two cedar trees on the second fence line, so they have not been out there under those two live oaks. Checking on Pumpkin. She looks pretty good. I thought I could see some ribs earlier today when I was watching her, but I don't see them now, so it must have just been the light. Never know. I always like to keep a good eye on them and make sure they're doing okay. She's awfully round. I'm still not sure if she was early bred when we got her or not. Usually, if you look at them head on, and they look like they swallowed a basketball, proportional in size, they're pregnant, which she may not be. She just may be a little, that tummy's awfully round though. Time will tell, and we'll find out. This is where I was mowing earlier today. You can see where I kind of cut back this sagebrushy stuff. 2 years ago, this whole area was cut down to about 4 inches or less, and that front area also. See, I knew they'd all come back in here when I did. They want food. So anyway, I was mowing this morning and checking the range conditions. I've got a lot of this stuff that had come up when the grass was cut so short. It should not have been cut that short, but I was happy to see, and this is where I need to mow here tomorrow or the next day, but I was happy to see all this blue stem back here. Since this was cut short a couple of years ago, it went back all the way to dirt, and it was just terrible. Even though this blue stem can have roots 5 feet deep, which makes it excellent for erosion control. I was hoping we would get a shot of the monarchs. The monarchs are here. This dead plant here, this is Liatris gone to seed. Liatris is also known as gay feather. It kind of looks like a hot pink feather. And I was way out here mowing when I realized that there's a piece of my barn that's way over there, and this piece is way over here. So I'll collect this and reattach it in the next few days. It's probably from the chicken pen. You can see here I mowed quite a bit between this area that has the blue stem and the area that has the sage. And I had waited for the Liatris to stop blooming and go to seed before I mowed, because I did not want to lose the chance to reseed Liatris in the fields. They are a very good attractant for the monarch butterflies. And I'm walking over this way, we'll find one that's blooming still. Because once they quit blooming, this, dead stalk of fuzzy seed stuff isn't very attractive. But I saw quite a few monarchs when I was out here mowing. think I saw one liatris that was still blooming. I know there's some in that front yard, front pasture area. I guess you could call this the middle pasture, and that out there is the back pasture. It has a stock tank with an automatic filler on it. And then we have one inside the barn and another one on the other side of this cross fence here. That's an old tractor my husband was going to redo and sell before he passed. He used to love refurbishing them and getting them running again. And all of this liatris looks like it's pretty much dead. Here come the cows. I don't see the liatris. Anyway, there's Midnight and New Moon and Cookie and Lost and Found and Pumpkin. I have brought the wagon back here because I got to grab a bag of feed for the turkeys. Since I pulled Goldie out so quickly, we did not get any more sick hens. Which they're not really hens yet, they're still pullets because they haven't started laying. See, you can still see pieces of that chicken pen roof that have blown all around. I screwed a couple up back on, but I have more to do. I'm moving this chicken pen Thanksgiving week and the little coops up closer to the house because coyotes took out 10 of my flock in one day, and then a last one on the next day or a couple days later. This is my evening visit with the chickens. Thankfully, because I caught it so early, none of these guys have gotten, or girls, have gotten what Goldie has. They're also younger, so they're not laying eggs yet, and that has a lot to do with it. I'm training these girls to eat these grub worms right out of my hand. They're getting pretty good at it. I've been kind of naming these girls. The ones closest to me are all the Jubilee Orpingtons, and then my Isa Brown is this one here. Her name is Sugar. The little Jubilee Orpingtons basically let me pet them, at least to a degree. I'm calling this one Pearl. She kind of looks like she has a necklace on. This one, let's see. This one is Snowflake. I'm sorry, Snowflake. You didn't mind me picking you up last time. Here. Want some more worms? The little gray one, if you can see her, is an olive egger. She has a little tuft on the top of her head, and my granddaughter named her Puff. The two black ones are Marins, Midnight Majesty Marins, and they glow blue in the sunlight. So one of them's name is Raven, and the other one's name is, you can kind of see the blue right there on Shimmer. That's her name. Those are my 4 new ones that I got to replace the 10 that I had raised from chicks and got wiped out in one day. Well, 4 of them were older that I had had for a year, but that's why I'm moving them closer to the house. Less predation, hopefully. Maybe I can get a fence built so that I can keep them all safe and let them free range inside the fence. That's my goal. And as you can see, they are all busy and moving around and checking things out. Unlike Goldie, who is still just sitting. I'm hoping Goldie is feeling better tomorrow, and can come out here and get back in the pen with her siblings and start living a normal life and maybe even laying an egg or two. She's my only layer currently because these girls are all too young. But I do have to make sure she's no longer sick before I can bring her back. They're pretty peaceful and pretty quiet. They seem to all get along. Although the Midnight Majesty Marins are the bosses. Probably doesn't hurt that there are 2 of them, and it probably doesn't hurt that with Goldie in the house, they're the biggest ones. Goldie is bigger than them as an Orpington, but she's just got to get herself back together, and then she can be out here with them. She still wasn't the boss. Orpingtons are pretty laid back. That's why these Midnight Majesty Marins took over. Anyway, it's pretty peaceful watching them, but that's the update on the chickens for right now.